Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. I am a random Dark Blink,
Part 1. White Cloud.
and this is a different version of this
Outset of a power struggle.
chapter. It would be called to war, but now it's the outset of a power struggle.
Together, the people of Fodlan.
But of course, like, this is the same thing here.
Overhead as another year ends.
Oh.
Recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike. But each person must still walk their chosen path alone.
Ooh.
With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger.
Of course.
And yet a lone moon still haunts the sky.
Oh.
A silent reminder, perhaps, of some inescapable truth.
That's oddly cryptic, given the, the thing that's going on here. Yikes. Oh my goodness.
We somehow managed to escape.
Yep.
This is one of the Imperial Army's provisional camps. Here we can organize our forces.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I want all of you to really ask yourselves if you're certain you wish to join us.
Yeah.
As expected, Flane has chosen to leave our ranks.
Yep.
When I saw our professor running off, I ran about as fast as I could to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Caspar, death finds those who run without thinking. You gave no thought to the war fog. My grandfather was the
Dorothea
leader
just
of
casually
Britain,
chuckling.
and I hope for us to be allies with the Empire. I will be staying.
Was this a good idea? Did I make the right choice? Oh, but my family is part of the Empire, and our professor is here.
You're fine here with us, Bernie.
Yeah.
Though it's true certain houses were against the Imperial Princess.
Yeah.
I assume you're referring to my family. I must believe that the conclusion I came to was the correct one.
Yeesh. Yeah.
You are the Emperor now. I am the only one left who is qualified to guide you at this point.
How about Hubert's?
I know it would be troublesome to stand against you.
I'm not just here for you, Adi. I'm here to follow our dear professor. Of course, I don't have any territory to offer, so Hubie may not even want me here.
Oh boy.
The greater our numbers, the better. Your reasons for being here are of no consequence.
I think I
Oh,
understand
boy.
where you're coming from. But now, I wish to hear of your resolve. Like you, I have risen to meet my destiny. I cut this path, and I will see it through to the end.
And she's not kidding
Following
around
me
here.
is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself.
Yep.
One misstep, and we fall to our ruin.
Mm-hmm.
You have now witnessed the Archbishop's true self. She is a cruel beast. Those who rule this world use that beast's power to fabricate miracles, all to control those who blindly believe in the goddess. They conceal the truth and force their lies on the nobility. They mercilessly annihilate anyone who defies them.
Well,
I know this because I have lived it. After what you have seen, is there any room for doubt? The Church of Seiros has great influence and power. Their control over the lords of the kingdom and the alliance is nearly absolute. We are the only ones who can stop this indomitable enemy that has plagued our world for ages. We fight for humanity, for all of Fodlan. If you dare walk this path with me, take your first step. It's now or never.
dang.
Thank you, my friends.
Edelgard,
We are the
that
true
was
face
such
of
a
the
powerful
Empire,
speech there.
and we will triumph.
Yikes. So yeah, we are in a bit of a
That
unique
was
spot here.
incredible, Lady Edelgard.
Thank you.
Oh?
Honestly, I'm relieved. They really chose to follow me. I was resolved to move forward alone if I had to. But in my heart, I hoped it wouldn't come to that.
Yeah.
So long as I am here, you will never be alone. Please do not forget that.
Oh wow.
And it would seem that the professor also has a key role to play in this.
Thanks for acknowledging my contribution,
Now,
Hubert.
I must speak with our dear teacher.
Yeesh.
Please, make preparations. The messenger should be here shortly.
Oh man.
Consider it done.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Professor, may I speak with you?
Of course. What do you need to speak to me about?
I appreciate it.
Yes. Yes? What's wrong?
I'm just anxious. It feels like the weight of this burden is crushing me. At this very moment, on my orders, I'm starting a war. An army far larger than the one that attacked the Holy Tomb last month will soon be locked in battle. Long-devised strategies are unfolding across Fodlan. Leaders are deciding their loyalties and preparing to fight.
You are very aware of the path that you're doing.
It's inevitable that civilians will get caught up in the chaos as well.
Yes.
There will be countless casualties. With a single command, the flames of war will rage across all corners of this realm.
Yeah.
And I am the one who is giving the order.
Yeah. This is the path you chose, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There is no turning back. No matter how much blood flows at my feet, I will not relent. We must break the bonds that the depraved church has placed on Fodlan.
I mean,
these sacrifices will allow us to create a future.
I mean, I don't disagree with you there. The church kind of like, you know.
It may seem contradictory, but it's the only way. Listen to me. I made up my mind long ago. Yet here I am, seeking your approval. Tell me the truth.
Oh boy.
Teacher. Are you happy with your decision to stay by my side?
Well,
Unlike me, you can still walk away from all of this. This path leads to the death of the Archbishop and the servants of the church. Can you live with that?
I mean, I chose this path too.
I never thought... I'm sorry, it was a foolish question. I believe in you, Professor. And you believed in me.
Dude, I don't go
With
just
that
blush.
knowledge, I have the strength to keep fighting. Let's go.
It's kind of
There's
hard to
something
tell
I need
because
to
I
say
have the
to
night
Hubert.
light here. Oh boy.
Your Majesty, the latest report indicates that our main army is advancing as planned. Also, the preparations for your manifesto are almost complete.
Manifesto.
We will be distributing our manifesto to every lord within Fodlan.
Okay.
We will expose the dark side of the Church of Seiros and the foul practices of the nobles from the kingdom and the Alliance. We will force the people of Fodlan to open their eyes to the truth and relinquish any remaining conviction to unite against the Empire. Certain nobles have already offered us their support.
Yes, there are other nobles who oppose the church. We will condemn those who deserve condemnation and forgive those who deserve forgiveness.
Very
We
cold,
have
man.
already purged
I
some
like
of
it.
the imperial nobles who are morally rotten. My father among them. How unfortunate.
And soon we will invade
Oh,
and
boy.
conquer Garrick Monk.
Yeah.
Our main army has already departed the Imperial capital. They will arrive at the monastery in 2 weeks' time.
Mm-hmm.
There, we will join forces with them.
Mm-hmm.
As for us, I'd like your opinion on how we should be positioned within the army.
We are the Imperial Sword.
Your Majesty intends to fight alongside the Professor, correct? In that case, you will not be incorporated into the Empire's main army.
Mm-hmm.
Your squad can move freely about the battlefield under supervision of the Imperial forces. That would be most prudent.
Rather
Now
reasonable,
that I'm the Emperor,
Hubert.
we can't let it slip that I'm following your command in battle, Professor.
I fully object to the notion of you fighting on the front lines.
Hubert, we've already discussed this.
Oh boy.
My apologies. I overstepped.
Now that the details are settled, all that's left is to come up with a name for ourselves.
Of course.
In honor of our time at the Academy, how about we call ourselves the Black Eagle Strike Force?
I don't object to that. I love it.
I'm so happy you feel that way. I must confess that I spent all night thinking about it. I'll leave it to you to prepare the Black Eagle Strike Force for departure.
Jeez, Edelgard. If only you weren't so emotionally, like, locked up. You could be a lot more more of a dork that I know is just lurking within. So, this is a very unique spot that you only get to witness once, and since I've recruited everyone that is able to be recruited here, well, this is going to be something. So, this month you will operate from a temporary encampment, so the available facilities are limited. You can head out to the battlefield by approaching the temporary encampment's exit and selecting to battle. So everyone is basically located around that we've recruited. So since this is the only time we get to, yeah. So anyways.
I knew nothing of Lady Edelgard's past or of her innermost feelings.
Oh?
But I know now. I persuaded her to tell all.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been rude to hound her relentlessly until she revealed herself, yes?
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's certainly not what I did.
Yep. Cool. Anyways.
We will join forces with the main army and attack Garrigmach.
Cool.
It's a fortress built on steep ground, but it's never seen battle. That means we don't know much about it from a military perspective.
That is something to consider, yeah.
At our disposal, we will capture it.
Mm-hmm. We have to try.
From a purely mathematical standpoint, we most certainly have the power to win.
Yeah.
If the battle becomes a clash of beasts within human strength, you will be our only hope. I believe in you. I'm relying on you to lead the Black Eagle Strike Force to victory.
That's quite the mantle to live up to. Well, anyways. We have support I have some support conversations that I can get. Yikes. I'm gonna have so many supports that I need to get done once I'm, like, you know, done. But anyways, support with Edelgard now. To look at.
I'm so sick of it all.
Oh?
There is so much to be done, yet all I encounter are new problems and pitfalls. Sometimes I wish I could spend just one day doing absolutely nothing and gorging myself on sweets.
Let's do just that.
Do you mean it? Just the thought makes me happy. But Hubert would never allow it.
Who is this Edelgard? Jesus. That's too bad.
Indeed. It may not be possible now, but one day we will know the joys of idling. Mark my words.
I think Linhard would enjoy that.
Is that a smirk I spy? Is it so amusing to you, me daydreaming of free time?
You misunderstand me.
Your silly grin says otherwise. But let's put all that aside for now. There is something I've been meaning to tell you.
What?
I'm afraid this might sound a bit sentimental. However,
Blessing again.
I want to thank you. Because of you, I feel I can walk my fated path without losing myself. If I were alone, I might have lost perspective and become a harsh leader with a heart of ice.
Yikes.
But I'm not alone. With you by my side, I'm somehow free to be not only a leader, but simply Edelgard.
I'm glad.
Until now, no one has been able to surpass me, much less command me.
Jeez.
I've always been seen as an untouchable princess or emperor.
This is
No one
super
spoke
deep
to me
here.
as an equal
Yikes.
Or met my gaze without flinching. It was lonely, terribly lonely. The only person I could rely on as I tried to claw my way out of the darkness was myself.
Yeah, I know. That can legit
You-
suck.
You have been a brilliant light. Somehow you have chased the darkness away. And for that, I will always be grateful.
Cool. Anyways, we have the tree. Were you listening in on us? Yikes. Oh, the beast support with Lysithia. Cool.
Edelgard, do you have a minute?
You want to speak with me? How unusual. Please, come in. I'll prepare some tea for us. Have a seat. Would you care for some cake?
This doesn't really make sense for her to be
Yes,
doing this
please.
because, you know, they're inside the monastery, but okay.
They're from Enbar. A bit too sweet for my own liking.
Isn't that the whole point of cake? Well,
I mean, you
more
can't
for
have
me.
your cake and eat it too.
These are fantastic
So I'm told.
with this tea.
True. Well, there's no shortage of them. Help yourself to as many as you like. Now then, you wish to speak
Gal
with me?
pals with two crests.
So, I can tell you know a fair bit about me.
Maybe this can wait until you've finished eating?
Edelgard, you know a fair bit about me, don't you?
What in particular?
For example, the fact that I have 2 crests.
Oh, that's hard to believe.
No need to play coy with me. It won't work.
You
It's
two
clear
both
my
have
body
the...
has succumbed to the intense pressure of bearing 2 crests. Due to the immense requirements of bearing these crests, my life expectancy is painfully short. You know all of this, right?
Actually, this is the first I'm hearing of it. How would I know unless you told me?
Still won't drop the act, huh? Despite how obvious you've been with your concern about my health, you're certainly consistent. I'm not really in the mood for these games.
Oh dear.
Given your rank, you certainly have access to all kinds of information that others do not.
Edelgard,
Clearly,
tell her
you've
that you have
all
2
about
crests as well.
Either way, I know now since you just told me. About your 2 crests, your physical weakness, and your short life expectancy. However, according to the principles of crest research, it's impossible to bear 2 crests. Unless you've undergone a blood reconstruction surgery. Is that the case, Lysithea?
Correct. It wasn't as though I had a say in any of this.
The 2 crest stuff is
So
just
you've lived through
absolutely
that
dark.
relentless terror and agony, and survived.
You speak of all of this as though you understand it on a personal level. Edelgard, have you...
Edelgard, tell
You're
her.
a good friend, Lysithea, and a valuable member of this army.
Edelgard?
So I won't have you overexerting yourself. I don't want to lose you. Understand?
I understand.
Edelgard.
Good girl. Oh, and if you like those cakes, why not take some with you for later?
There's no need to pander to me, but yes, I'll take those. Thanks.
Dang it, Edelgard, just say you have 2 crests. I'm... Once again, stop listening in on my stinking support conversations. That is not intriguing. Oh my god. Oh. Okay.
Hello, Constance.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ferdinand, my condolences on your misfortune that our paths have crossed again.
Oh no.
Oh, dear. I am not used to hearing you deprecate yourself like that. Never mind. Just listen.
If it is an audience you require, I will endeavor to meet that need.
When we last spoke, I was attempting to connect with you, to listen and show you some empathy. I was so clumsy with my words that I came across as callous and conceited. I hurt you. I know.
The notion that a noble of House Ire could display arrogance is difficult to credit. That you even deign to speak to me is a testament to your humility.
Oh boy.
As grateful as I am for the honor, it would be best for us both if I take my
Oh
leave.
god, Ferdinand's gonna be so
No,
confused.
Please, hear me out.
Yeah, he's starting to
Your
get
words
pretty
shaped.
confused.
I see now that they were perceptive. I was being arrogant. I tend to overcompensate. Perhaps
Oh,
I
boy.
make a fool of myself, bragging about my superiority to Edelgard.
You do yourself a disservice. If you are a fool, then I am folly herself. But you must
Oh,
know
man.
that it is no reflection on your sterling quality, Ferdinand.
This isn't interesting.
Even in the face of such adversity, you never strayed from the correct path.
This is such a
If this was
weird
the right path,
dynamic
the
here.
wrong path hardly bears thinking about. Still, your kindness has eased my worries a bit.
A wise noble once said that life is a series of peaks and valleys, that I have struggled to find the peaks. I was once pushed to the nadir of a valley, and have spent my days confined there ever since. There is little chance that I will ever return to the heights I once knew, but it will not be for lack of trying.
Your persistence is admirable.
You are too gracious. I see the highest of peaks on your own road. The way is steep, but not long. You will reach it yet.
Wow.
And if my words might reach the ears of a man who has attained such heights, perhaps one who has reached his summit.
Ferdinand, take
will
her
acclaim me
inside
behind him.
and try
Such
talking
is
to
my
her
heart's
again.
desire, unspeakable though it may be.
Just blinking with his like weird eyes. Okay, that was your convo, so I guess that just makes a lot more sense. Okay. So I need to check here. Who here is in our roster? Wait, did they come with us?
Intriguing.
It
would
is
be.
not up to Her Majesty to bring the students to our cause. That task falls to you.
Oh?
Those who have forsaken their homelands to join the Empire will be feeling vulnerable.
Probably,
You
yeah.
are uniquely able to provide emotional support. Please use that gift to guide others down the path that Lady Edelgard has laid before us.
Okay.
I ask you to do this from the bottom of my heart.
Which I assume is not really that deep, but okay.
Surprised that I'm here, are you? I know a winning side when I see it.
Oh.
I mean, there's no way I'd risk my neck and my people by willfully joining a losing battle.
You really care for them.
I do. We'll see how this all shakes out. Well, depends on how we, and you, fight. Regardless if who comes after us, even if it's the Knights, we've got you on our side, so it'll all be fine.
Cool. Cool. Oh, Caspar and Linhard. Oh boy.
That could have gotten dangerous fast. If I stayed at the monastery, I would have had to fight my father.
Yeah.
We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd
Okay.
almost rather fight a monster.
Jeez. Really?
Anyway, it looks like he's going to be leading the western units. I
Okay.
wonder if we'll wind up fighting the Kingdom's army. And who decided to fight for the church?
Yeah, of course.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous emperor, my father included.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily.
Yeah.
However, it seems that both my
This
father and
is
Caspar
a,
are supporting Edelgard.
A variant of the
Having both
conversation
Minister
in
of
the
Domestic
monastery,
Affairs
so...
and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must
Slight
have been making
variations, but
preparations for quite
it's
some
not-
time without anyone
Not that
noticing.
big. Yeah, it's quite,
Black Eagle Strike Force, eh? I like it.
Oh,
It's really a twist of fate that brought me to this side of things. But I'm still proud to be here.
cool. Where's the gatekeeper?
I asked Edelgard what
Oh,
happened to
man.
my father. He was dismissed as Prime Minister and is under house arrest in the Imperial capital.
Yeah, you must be feeling
He
quite,
always was
yeah.
a greedy, arrogant man. Some would say that this is the fate he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I cannot help but feel indignant.
Oh?
After all his hard work for the Empire, to be disgraced like this. I am conflicted, Professor. I do not know what to do. As the next Duke Eyre, should I follow Edelgard into battle?
Listen here, Ferdinand. I know you had your own ambitions about, you know, being a leader in the Adrestian Empire. However, look, you have unique qualities that I don't think Edelgard will ever hope to match up, and that is like a, you know, a greater hold of empathy. Not that, you know, Edelgard is particularly, you know, unable to grasp that. I mean, she has astute awareness, especially regarding, like, you know, Lysithia's condition, but, you know, you, on the other hand, really do try to learn from your mistakes and try to, like, you know, be there for people, and, you know, that means a lot, you know? It really does. Okay, you're just picking up random stuff. Cool. Cool. Oh, hey, Balthus.
What's the deal, pal? You don't want me here? Come on, have a heart. This side is where all the action is. Look, I'll level with you. I want to help that Edelgard gal achieve her goal. I mean it. If Her Majesty gets what she's after, my mother will... Forget it. Now's not the time. We gotta keep our heads in the game so we can win, yeah? Having Yuri on our side will help things. He's not someone you want to have as an enemy.
Oh, no. I don't doubt that. I really don't. He's a monster. Oh, yeah. Also.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it
Okay,
in
I think this might be the same quote, too.
Yeah, of course.
course, I knew she'd be Emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
We will not lose.
Thinking about it makes me scared. We're fighting the Knights of Seiros. Still.
And here's the unique variation on that quote here. Oh, she's talking to Petra.
The Empire and Bridget were once warring with each other, but now I have made the decision to be fighting with the Empire. It is a choice of irony, I feel. But I am having no regrets. My belief is with you and with Edelgard.
Okay. Bernadetta?
Don't even get my own room here. At least I had that at home.
Oh, man.
But speaking of home, Hubert told me something. He said my father was stripped of his title. I guess he did as he pleased and opposed Edelgard. Wait. Does that mean my father's going to be home all the time?
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
On second thought, I think I'm fine right here.
I will not let him lay a single hand on you. You hear me? You do not have to go back to your father. No. Oh, hey, Marianne.
Imagine making half the world your enemy for the sake of realizing your own ideals.
Yeah.
Edelgard is so radiant and strong compared to someone like me.
Aww.
What if I have the power to change the world too? Even just a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think you do. You just need to, you know, grasp it a little bit. Oh, hey.
With the Empire taking over Garreg Mach, I wonder what will happen to Abyss.
Oh?
Some people have spent their whole lives there. For their sake, I hope Abyss doesn't get trampled into ruin.
I don't think it will. I promise to protect them.
You should try talking about it with Eddie. I mean, Her Majesty. She might listen to you. Also, this is less important, but if somebody trashes my room, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, dear. A random student?
I came this far mostly on impulse, but I wonder if it was the right choice.
Oh?
Everything will be okay, right, Professor? I'm not wrong, am I?
That male student is literally just talking to the void.
To believe in myself.
Is he okay? Can you go straighten him up real quick? Oh, Annette.
Professor?
Yeah?
I'm okay with fighting whoever we need to, but I really don't want to battle my father.
Oh.
But I know that something is wrong with the church. And more than that, I believe in you, and I trust your word. You lead, and I'll follow.
Oh, man, Okay, out of all the people that I did, you know, I don't know if it was actually the best to bring you along here. Oh, boy.
I've been preparing to take this path.
I'd expect you to do
My
this.
own path, not my old man's, and not the boys.
Yeah. I figured you'd be very much a fit here, Felix. You know, that does not surprise me at all that you would, you know, try to take that path for yourself here. Also,
Hey there.
Professor.
oh god.
So, you've turned against the church to ally with the Empire too, huh?
Yep.
I never pressed him for details, but Captain Gerald was always suspicious of Lady Rhea, wasn't he?
Yes.
I'm on your side no matter what. I promised him I'd support you, and that's what I plan to do.
Yeah. Don't get in my way, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just go. Yeah. Yeah.
If the church is behind the current state of things, this society in which only crests are valued, then I have no need of it.
Mm-hmm.
Edelgard is taking the shortest path to change. No matter how drastic her measures, I agree that this is the only way. That said, if Edelgard strays from her noble path, I trust you will set her straight again. Won't you?
Yeah. 100%. Like, she does not need to go down this, like, path of absolute, like, darkness and brutality, you know, by herself. You know, that's just not it.
To be frank, I'm not sure whether I should believe all that Edelgard says.
Yeah.
But if her words are true, I think it's best to be her ally. So I'll fight. I'm not at ease with that decision just yet, but I'll stick by it.
Yikes. Okay. Cool. Okay.
I've heard the name Lord Vestra mentioned among the purged noble families of the Empire.
Yeah, that's Hubert's father.
Hubert's father. But Hubert seems rather unconcerned about it.
That's just Hubert for you.
That's why we soldiers find Hubert quite frightening.
Oh, yeah, he's... Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's a really cold and... Like, he's a really cold Machiavellian strategist, but he is astutely reasonable. And does have, you know, some merit to talk to.
No need to worry about me. I got no complaints as long as my little sis is safe. Sure, I lived on Alliance land, but that doesn't mean I serve their lords.
Oh boy.
I'm sure this is the right path, seeing as you're the one who picked it, Professor.
Okay, so, Raphael, I just need to address this with you. If we ever go back to the monastery, this is something that I need you to promise me that you will do no more of, and that is reading through everyone's private comments to the counselor. Okay? I mean it. That is very wrong, and I know you're better than that. You're a really nice guy, but that is not something that is ever okay to do.
To think things would come to this. Even a few months ago, I never could have imagined.
Excuse me, that was terrible.
I believe in you, Professor. So I'm steeling myself. I can't promise that I'll be useful in battle, but I'm not running away from the fight.
Okay. I appreciate that, Ignatz. I know that must have been a hard decision for you. Oh, Ash, dang.
I can't bring myself to trust the Church of Seiros. Not after they killed Lenato and my brother.
Yeah, you have a pretty good reason to be here.
Even if it means turning my weapon on Fargus. I guess Lenato would be happy to hear me say that, if he were still around.
Yeah, that is... I can't imagine how that must feel, you know, going against somewhat, like, you know, your knightly ideals, especially when it's like this sort of path. Like, you looked up to the Knights of Seiros. This is just... Wow.
I believe that this is the first time we have met. My name is Larislava. I have the great honor of leading Lady Edelgard's personal guard. Her Majesty is as hard on others as she is on herself.
Okay.
She may seem composed, but that is only because she conceals her more passionate emotions.
Yeah.
For that reason, she is often misunderstood. But now she has you by her side. I find that most reassuring. I look forward to working with you.
As do I. As do I. Oh, hey, we get to finally meet without each of us wanting to kill each other.
I'm Randolph von Berglies. I'm not very high in the ranks yet, but I'm more or less a general. Just like Caspar, I'm from House Berglies. My mother married into House Berglies after I was born, so my position within the family is rather lowly.
Oh.
But I'm determined to make something of myself in this battle to bring glory to my part of the family, for the sake of my mother and sister.
Yeah. Wow. There's no about oh no.
I've decided to align myself with Lady Edelgard. Father will doubtless understand my reasoning.
Ugh.
Gloucester has
You
always
are
had
a
good
rat.
intentions in its dealings with the Empire.
I hope Edelgard purges your house
Does mean I
from the
will no
face of
longer
the
be able
earth
to
once
avoid a
she's,
confrontation with
you know,
Claude.
controlling all of
It is
Fodlan.
unfortunate. We were classmates after all.
Yeah, well, oh dear. Oh dear. Hold on. I needed to pause so that another, like, one of my disgusting farts doesn't end up on camera. Coming through the microphone at least. Jeez. Yes?
Surely this is what the goddess willed, isn't it? I feel she would not have wanted the Church of Seiros to become what it has.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting way to, like, think about that, for sure, yeah.
I've gone and done it now, huh? What would my old man say if he knew I'd sided with the Empire? His Highness must be angry. Dimitri gets super scary when he's like that. I wonder how I'm going to die.
Dimitri gets super scary when he's like that.
No, I can't think that way. I promise to
Yikes.
fight alongside you.
Oh,
I'm here until
yikes.
the end. Listen to me. I'm terrified, but I feel so calm.
Yeah, it's super weird, man. It's super weird.
Right.
Oh, hi, a soldier.
I'm a soldier, but I had to think long and hard about this one.
Oh?
Since birth, I've believed in the teachings of Seiros without ever questioning them. But Her Majesty's words are true. To think that the Archbishop can take on such a monstrous form.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Oh, wow.
I may return to Galatea territory and try to convince my father to join our cause.
Oh.
It's possible that... No. In my heart, I know that my father won't listen. Still, I must get him to see reason. That this is the only way to ensure our family's future.
Dang. Yeah, the fact that it has to come to that, you know, it's something. So I think I may have talked to everyone in this barracks here. Yeah, there's no talk blocks here. Yeah. Yeah, no talk bubbles. Like, this is legit all there is here. And then there's like a limited stash here for a weapons merchant and a blacksmith. So yeah, it's definitely something. And especially hiring battalions, you know, that stuff. So I think we're all good here. That is legit this final piece here. And we are going to be heading to the Battle of Garruk Mach shortly afterwards. So I will see you all in the next video. Take care.